first hunt of the season, and to say we have some anticipation, that would be a bit of an understatement. This cold front is rolling through. We got plenty of deer we would love to see.
Try to keep this train rolling. You know, 3 of the kids got deer down. A lot of the team is out tonight. We should have good hunting today, and I think tomorrow might be even better. So that is definitely
Do you believe that first hunt?
Yeah, I do believe it with you.
I mean, we talk about it. I just wait till the time's right. I don't go hunt them until I feel like it's right.
Yesterday was good. Today's gonna be even better.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fresh off of watching Owen Riegler close the chapter on the Genesis buck, it's all hands on deck for the team. With consistent north winds, high pressure, and clear skies, the conditions are arguably even better than the day before. With this in mind, October 7th finds me heading north from Owens, slipping in early to trim out the tree I had planned to hunt the previous evening.
Alrighty, well the day continues. We found the buck. Always brings a smile to my face when a friend kills a big buck, but Owen is one of the few whitetail hunters that loves him more, cares about him more, and deserves him more. So congrats to him and good luck to him tonight. I know he's not wasting any time. We just got back to the gridiron. We just went and rented a pole saw. We're gonna go over to that darn tree. We're gonna win our battle. With the amount of equipment that goes through here, I think that this is just another day to them. I guess the only thing I haven't talked about today, which is a big thing, is that big 9 walked in front of the redneck at like 8:15 yesterday. He couldn't have been far last night, so just fingers crossed he's similar today. It's a great day and your buddy shoots a booner and you still get the chance to go hunt. It don't get better than that. It really doesn't. Good. All right, y'all. This day continues. We have that tree prepped. It's 3:50 right now, so much later than I would like, but it could be worse. And they are cutting the ag to the north, so we got a cold front. We have a deer to hunt. We're gonna get back over there, get in the saddles, and enjoy the evening. Hello, Paul.
While Paul and I take in the new view, back to the south, Owen Riegler is fresh off processing his buck. With plenty of daylight left, Owen studies the conditions and is faced with a tough decision. The current wind direction and speed set up perfectly for the tree stand where Frazier made his curtain call in daylight. The problem is what the wind is forecasted to do later in the evening. Around the window, Owen expects the buck to move if he follows the same script again. Though the wind direction would still work, it's the falling wind speeds that give Owen pause. With the setup and surrounding topography, those lighter winds create too much risk when factoring in shifting and pulling thermals. To paint the picture, the forecasted drop in wind speed could allow Owen and Devin's scent to drift right into the scrape tree the buck had worked the evening before, even with a favorable wind direction. With this in mind, Owen and Devin opt for a lower risk stand that still keeps them in the game on an impressive list of bucks.
Nothing can see us and we can just peek around the corner, see if anything's in this food plot. Far as I can see, the coast is clear. There's always does down here, so hopefully we'll get lucky and get in clean. All right, October 7th here. We had a pretty good day yesterday. Old Genesis is at the house. He went home with me, so pretty excited about that. Now, we're in a spot that we've killed a lot of bucks right here, especially late season. This is awesome. Target-rich environment down here. Could see that 6x6. We got the Devin Wills 8 down here. The Joe Noble 8, could see him. Another buck we might see that's an absolute giant body deer is the Short Tine 10. He is on the list, and he's just gigantic. I'd have to put him on a scale. He's got to be 350, I bet, if he's an ounce. Should be a great hunt. I mean, this sets up perfect. We got a north-northeast wind, which carries back like that. 65 degrees, I'd say, right now. Rising moon this afternoon. I'm not sure what the pressure is, but several triggers in place, so I expect another good sit.
While Owen and Devin await the evening's action, Mike Reed is on the range preparing for his most aggressive hunt of the season yet.
It is October 7th. Beautiful day, clear blue skies, high pressure, high in the 60s. Got done with work and Ryan and I just made it out to Mount Olympus Farm. We are gonna slip into the little bow plot that is down against the creek, against the main big draw area. This Apollo buck daylighted there last year on October 6th. I've got the stand in a big red oak, lots of cover. I want to do the interview here at the truck just so when we get in the tree, we can be quiet and enjoy this last 2.5 hours, and hopefully he's bedded close and he'll pop up in that plot. Conditions are perfect. We're gonna slip in there and see if we can't get it done.
Set up and ready to go overlooking the kill plot below, Mike's anticipation for the hunt ahead is high. That same evening, 130 miles to the south, Justin Lubrecht, his wife Kate, and their daughter Darla are heading in for their first hunt of the season. Hoping for a repeat of 2024, when Kate wrapped her tag around a great buck during a similar stretch of October, trips to the woods like this carry a little extra meaning.
Well, guys, here it is. It's the evening of October the 7th, and we're finally making our debut for the 2025 season. As it seemed like it's deja vu all over again here in the Midwest, as I think we're going on our third consecutive year of an extreme drought. We was able to get a rain a couple weeks ago. Our plots came up a little bit, but as you can tell, they're kind of spotty. But one thing we got going for us this year is Kate just gave birth to our second child back on September the 4th, a little boy named Simon. Hey. But we got our daughter, Darla, with us this evening, but we just had a major cold front move through the area, so that's why we're in here hunting tonight, and we're hoping that it's going to get the deer up on their feet, and moving forward here, you'll start seeing a lot more action from us out here. But like I said, we've been found a drought, and the deer just haven't been moving much, so we're going to get settled in here, and hopefully Darla's a good luck charm, and Kate can get it done again.
This may just start to feel a little frisky, and you'll see him grunting a little bit. I also think when you hear running, just like mask it with a grunt.
He's standing in the grass up there. He's like, oh, come down. Okay, well, we have seen one small buck, a doe, and a fawn. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's a combine running to the northeast of us as well. So I was telling Paul, it's like a dinner bell. Another thing is we've been hearing a bunch of deer blowing back here. There goes another deer right here, coming out the same spot. Nicer buck, younger buck, but getting better. But we're dropping a pin, you know, where all these deer are coming out. There's some consistency, so we got about 50 minutes left. So hopefully we lay eyes on a shooter soon. A hoot owl or a coyote howling, how can you not appreciate that? Love it, man. Got another one. For you younger hunters, when you have a deer that close and standing still like that, you absolutely cannot move. Even turn your head, they will pick up that movement so easily. They are masters at detecting movement. We got by with that when she looked up in the tree once and didn't mind what she saw. But, you know, those old matriarch does are pretty hawky. Well, we got one doe out here, so I'm going to talk kind of quiet. It's been a pretty eventful evening. I bet we've seen over a dozen does, a few fawns, just one little buck, none of the mature bucks. There's also some other good plots not far from here, so they could be there as well, but I don't know. Last time I closed it out 10 minutes early, a whole you-know-what broke loose, so could happen again. But if not, we're going to be back out tomorrow. The wind's going to switch to east, so we're going to change it up, find a good stand for an east wind, and we'll be back with you tomorrow. See you guys then.
With time still remaining on October 7th's clock, all of us are awaiting the outcome Owen just tried to speak into existence. And somewhere else on the Midwest Whitetail team, someone is right on the cusp of experiencing it. Following a similar script as the rest of us, Sean Thompson makes the mad dash to the woods after the workday, heading for one of his favorite stands, a setup he's been hunting since putting it up in high school. With great deer movement already unfolding around him, Sean's evening is quickly beginning to ramp up.
Well, holy cow, what a hunt that turned into be. I think I lost track of how many does came out. They kind of all were looking back, acting funny, and sure enough, that buck stepped out, and boy, was I surprised. I have pictures of that buck from this year, I also filmed that buck 2 years ago out of the same stand. He's very distinctive the way his brow tine's set up. Other than that, I just got a phone call from a coworker that I kind of helped get into bow hunting. He just shot his very first deer with a bow, so I'm gonna head over there and help him out with that. Thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail. I hope you guys have a good season.
The following day, October 8th, sees Mother Nature hit the reset button, pushing out the stellar conditions and replacing them with east winds. Unfortunately missing the front, Nolan Redeker takes advantage of a free morning to make his first hunt of the Kansas deer season, electing to sit in the empty silo where he and his dad Justin crafted the mock scrape 3 days before.
Sit number 1 of the 2025 deer season. I couldn't be more excited to get things rolling here. It's been a hectic year. I got married last month, just about 20 days ago. We're still finally getting everything prepped. My main game plan for this year is to really hunt the buck 40 hard and hopefully get a buck down there, getting pictures of the Grinch already. And I think as the crops come out, I'm gonna get some familiar faces back on camera there yet. Still have some other bucks on some other properties to hunt. And that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm on the tail end of this cold front. Unfortunately, with my work schedule, I cannot make it out in the evenings. So made it out this morning, kind of on the tail end of the front. The coolest morning we've had in October yet. It's about 47 degrees out this morning. I'm hopeful that that movement will linger into this morning. Hunting in this old silo, and this is a spot that Dad and I have talked about killing a buck out of for years. Happy to be out this morning. Well, that's gonna be a wrap for my first sit of the year. I actually got skunked, didn't see a single deer, but I'm hopeful to either get Macy out, my wife, or my little buddy Crew, and hopefully here for the next week or two. And this is going to be a spot that we're going to potentially come sit. But as for myself, I'm just kind of going to try to bide my time, hunt with Macy and Crew, hunt with my dad, until I can start to get a good buck to show up on the buck 40. Looking forward to the weeks ahead.
With the morning wrapped up, early afternoon finds multiple hunters across Iowa making their way to the woods.
Whitetail. Wonder if we can just get down. She walked away on her own.
So we're nowhere near the bedding, so I'm not that worried about being quiet. We're out here in the middle of the CRP. This is a little hedgerow with a 1 acre food plot that we put over here. We're gonna jump in it and hunt it, but northeast ain't bad. Most of the deer are gonna be coming out of that.
Well, we just got in the tree here, October 8th. We've got an east wind, real light wind. If the wind dies down to nothing, the thermals carry it down into this ditch, which obviously we try to set things up that way. Sometimes you can't, you just don't have a tree or whatever, but.
Sitting up here on the top of the hill, overlooking this plot that I put in this year. Brand new food plot on this farm. Winter wheat, oats, and rye. And you can see the carpet behind me. It looks awesome. They were forecasting an east wind, but it's kicked just about every direction since we've been here. So for me, I was like, well, I'm not gonna mess anything up if I hang this stand today. I've got the ozonics pointed towards the plot just in case the thermals start to push or we get those little easterly kicks. We've got a couple of them, but for the majority of the time, it's been west.
I've got, I think, 4 clover fields in here and they all connect. I try to get them to walk these clover or whatever they might be, food plots, but I try to connect them so they just keep cruising one to the other, especially during the rut. They do that a lot. A few bucks in here that I might take a pretty good look at. There's a big 8 that's not far from here. I know him from last year. We'll see. It's 70 degrees. That's the one thing I really like about October is the weather is just so nice to be out in.
Absolutely breathtaking view when you talk about spots. I think Joe and I are going to call this the sunglasses stand because the sun's going to be on us all night, but we've got 2 big bedding areas on either side. The big center bowl in the center of the farm, and then this big south-facing slope over here. We're going to get tucked in here, got everything set up, and enjoy the last hour and a half of the hunt. She ain't going far, come on. About a minute and 30 seconds after the opening interview. Gosh, they snuck in on me, or else we could have had a chip shot. This Nate Sprout, Joey, that is the first time we have actually killed a deer together, I think. Like, it, we've done a lot of hunting together. That's our first. She went down the CRP, perfect quarter noise shot at 32 yards. She took a couple steps. I had her at 32, so I'm pumped. There is nothing like shooting does, man. Like, so we eat a lot of venison in my house, and you guys have seen me just like we shoot a ton of them down the river farm, me and Mike. And one of the goals on this farm this year is doe management, and check one off the list.
Big buck. Well, we're about 2 hours in. So far, I'm getting some good tree therapy and nice weather. It's enjoyable sit. But we've only seen just the one little buck walked right under the tree, basically. But not surprising for this time of year. We got the best hour left to go. We'll see. I don't think she's gonna go far. Are you not recording? Okay. All right, well, the first arrow release of the year just occurred. The doe stepped out here, and the shoot was 30, 31, and that was my first release with the new bow. And it felt good. I mean, she ran at least 100 yards, tail tucked. Paul's a little upset right now because he did what every one of us has done at one point, which is didn't hit the record button, and that's, just get excited. That's what it is. Can't get the arrow back, and I can say this. It's the first deer I've killed in 2 years, so I'm very excited about that. It's better on a doe than a 180. Hey, you're fine. It's all good. You want to document this moment for yourself, though?
You have one job. And Andy, you said I'd do it on a deer like I did with those turkeys. Well, it didn't take me long.
Though conditions were nothing to write home about, October 8th was about as prototypical as an early season hunt gets. Hunt the edges, stay just aggressive enough to be in the game, and hopefully fill a few doe tags along the way. But just when it seemed like that was all the day had to offer, a report from the Cuddy Link on the river farm put everything back into perspective. In the Whitetail woods, you just never know. Within minutes of each other, both Joey B and Lane, 2 of the 3 bucks Mike Reed is staking his season on, were captured on camera walking the farm in daylight. Even crazier, the 2 photos were taken only a few hundred yards apart. In a matter of minutes, what felt like an ordinary early October day suddenly became a reminder that the right buck can show up at any time. The following day, a familiar face is finally back in Iowa and officially shifting into full-time whitetail mode.
October 9th today, got Justin with me. Came out here yesterday. This is a new farm that I'm calling the Honeysuckle Farm. I'm trading some honeysuckle removal work for permission on one of these farms. Got a ton of topography. Came out last night, set up 6 cuddy back cameras and got probably 15 different bucks on camera, all ages, but 2 mature bucks, 1 really nice buck, 1 really old, just tank of a body deer. You know, as of right now, we have 2 new targets. So that Big 10 that showed up on the home camera this morning, and then you know, that other big jacked looking deer we're gonna call Steiner. So as we thought, this farm is gonna be very good. It sets up not, you know, the greatest as far as access and stuff like that, but you know, definitely a lot of deer out here. Right now we're at the locust stand. It's a big pinch in the middle of the CRP field. We're gonna cut an access trail through all this honeysuckle and autumn olive and basically be able to hunt this gap right here. Got, I think, 4 more cameras, a couple stands to hang today, so gonna get after it. I gotta get to that tree somehow from right here. I hate honeysuckle so much and autumn olive.
There's the locust. There's the big locust right over our shoulder here. As you can see, we were in the thickest of the honeysuckle and autumn olive stuff.
This has to go. That's gonna be it, buddy. Looking pretty good. Hang your bow right there and call it a season.
We'll investigate these woods and just see what this bottom looks like, because I think we got a killer mooring hook down in here somewhere, if it's open enough. This is a 5-foot diameter tree. Look at that thing. Just 2. And germinate, turn it into a tree.
With the first stand on the honeysuckle property officially hung, the focus for the rest of the duo's season is twofold: continue learning the property and capitalize when conditions line up for Drake, while closely monitoring Justin's home place where a multi-year story continues to unfold. After an off-season's worth of work aimed at transforming every usable acre, Justin and Drake are increasingly optimistic that the big frame 10 from last season will begin using the property more consistently as the fall progresses. As Drake wraps up the speed scouting mission on the new property, Owen Riegler is gearing up for a highly anticipated hunt despite the lackluster weather.
I think we're good. In the hood. About time to knock the whiskers down, ain't it? It's what happens when you get into hunting season. There's big bucks to be after.
What? Where are they at?
No time to be shaving, man. Snow shave October. Well, it's starting to heat up on us a little bit here, boys. 73 today, and we've got a southeast wind, which of the deer I would shoot, there's only a couple, 2 or 3 bucks I would shoot right now, down to 1 tag. It's really limited on where we can go with the southeast wind, so we're headed to a blind again, against your approval, but we gotta go where we gotta go. empty truck today. Get ready. So I just realized I got out of the truck getting ready to go, went to put my boots on, realized I forgot to grab them, so I've got to go hunting in my tennis shoes. So we're gonna lay a heck of a ground track, but what are we gonna do, not go hunting? That's not an option, so here we go. All right, guys, here it is, October 9th, about 3:15 in the afternoon here. I would really rather be hunting right down there. We got a tree stand set up where that grandpa buck hit the rubbing post. But we need a pretty stiff north wind for that. And we've got southeast today. This is one of my few areas where I've got a target buck we can hunt on a southeast wind, so that's why we're right here. At least there's an option. We're in here after the Fraser buck. You know, if we were here on the 6th, he was in here big time, early too. He was down there on that rubbing post. He was right over here as well. But we were hunting that Genesis buck, and that worked out pretty good, so you can only be in one spot at a time, I found out. Maybe he'll daylight tonight, you never know. His clover is looking lush, looks darn good. Now we'll have to see, we broadcast winter wheat up into those beans. We'll have to see if that works against us, if they work out like they normally do in that corner. You know, the plan was to bring them by that tree stand and up through there in that green, but a lot of times they work around this way too and work this clover all the way through here, so you never know. Excited to be out, nice weather. I mean, it's a little warm for hunting, but comfortable to be out in this. We got about a roughly 4-hour sit, so we'll see how it goes. Should be fun.
While Owen settles in with the chase for Fraser feeling like a match freshly struck, 300 miles to the southeast in Illinois, Brandon Quant finds himself at the other end of the flame. Resuming his pursuit of the Big 8, there's a growing sense of urgency. The woods the buck calls home are notorious for early season giants shifting out, and Brandon knows his window may be closing fast.
My dog's gonna start barking like crazy. All right, I am getting some shots in here before I head to the strip this afternoon. Last time I shot an interview was in the tractor and grain cart, and I was talking about how the Big 8 was daylighted the day after I hunted, and then I really thought that he was going to show up on Tuesday when that cold front come in, and he was a no-show on the scrape that day and yesterday on Wednesday. So really surprising that he didn't show up either of those days in daylight as much as that deer's been daylighting. But he showed up last night at 2 a.m. So we're headed in this afternoon. Hopefully we get a shot at him. Hopefully he shows up in daylight today. He's on a pretty good pattern, but this place is notorious for the deer leaving, so I feel like I'm on a time crunch.
Finally got everything set up here, and talk about good access. I got to the base of my tree here and looked out across the plot, and just walking out into the plot was a couple of does. I was able to get all the way up into the tree, and I started pulling my bow up, and I got to the very top, and I guess one of them caught it. They didn't like that, so not good. It's frustrating. With how close I think he spotted, that is not a good sign. That might have screwed it up before we even got started here tonight, but only real good thing is we're early, so I got him here now. I think I have the best fall plot that I've ever had at the strip this year, so still got standing corn, hoping that'll hold him here a little bit longer, but My fall plot down at the creek is looking amazing. It's bottom ground. So far we have had some really good up-and-comers, but no shooters in that plot, so it's been got a really good plot down there. It's been disappointing that I haven't had any shooters down there, but there's still a lot of time. There's still a lot of crops out, so hopefully they'll make their way down there. But tonight we're set up here at the strip, hoping to see Big A come through here this evening and hit that scrape. Right now would be the time to hit him with a crop. Hasn't heard it yet, is he? Looking at something over there towards the tree stand. And he can't see past these weeds here either, so it might be enough to investigate. I wish I knew if he was aggressive or not. I'd snort what he's at, but I don't want to call too much this time of year. So we got 45 minutes still, yeah. A lot of time. Oh my gosh, if we were in that stand. Did you see the beams on that buck? That's Frazier. Gosh, he's gorgeous. Only deer that we've seen. We got a bunch of greens in these beans. Looks like he's gonna work up that hill. I mean, unless there's just a scrape on that edge and he's gonna come this way, but this early in the year, I'm not gonna get crazy with my calling. Got his attention already. What are you gonna do? Yeah, we still got like 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. We'll see what happens. awesome to see. The worst way, I wanted him to work back down in here, but right there in those beans, he was standing perfect right there at 70. That's a long shot at an animal, who knows? It's so quiet how much they can move by the time that arrow gets there. He lives to fight another day, I would say, but he's not going anywhere. If we get the right wind, we'll be in that tree stand down there. I think we've got about 15 minutes left, maybe 20. I don't think we're gonna hunt tomorrow. It's warming back up again, close to 80, so we'll be back on the next cool down. And hopefully it's a north wind. And we have a meeting with Frazier. See you guys then.
All right, well, we are headed to Area 53 today. We hunted Big 8 yesterday, didn't have any success. That was really the last night of the cool front that came through. Winds are switching to come out of the south today. We are going after Edgar. Edgar has been MIA since September the 24th. Haven't had any pictures of him, which was odd. I was kind of starting to get worried. Sure enough, he daylighted yesterday evening in the fall plot at 6:30. So he's back. He's found the fall plot. That's the first pictures I've had of him since we put in the fall plot. I'm hoping that was the key, him finding that and being back in here now. So headed in now, and hopefully we get a shot at him this evening. I can't beat the access to get in this place. Gonna cut across the middle of this bean field here. We got all this line of corn in between us, the fall plot and the clover. Go right through the corn, hop into the blind. And where he was coming last night, looks like he was coming from the west, so if that's where he's bedded, we can get in here no problem. I swear we put chairs in here. What in the world? Well, as you guys can tell, this is probably not how I'd hoped this evening would start. I must have forgot to put chairs and curtains in this blind before we started this year. I hope he is bedded to the west, because there's been a few times earlier in September Edgar was coming from the north, but now that we did the select cut and changed a bunch in the timber,
well, we're over here on Area 53 and we're watching the loggers do a little timbering this morning, and got a perfect example of what Terry Wheeler marked and how he marked them and how to take trees out and how to leave trees. We have this nice white oak right here that's marked to be taken out, to be cut. And right behind it, there's another one that looks very similar in size, but it's not marked. And there's some more small ones right here that are not marked, but we took the big one out right in between them. And there's other trees marked on the backside that are bigger. So leaving all of these white oaks in here to grow over the next 15 to 20 years enables us to come in and harvest a couple of these bigger ones. It's just going to make it a whole lot better property for holding deer, especially with the treetops and stuff in the bedding areas in here. So hunting grounds to have fun with and enjoy, and to manage it for your kids and your grandkids, so it's there for future people to enjoy it, and this is the way you need to do it.
I'm not sure where he's gonna want to bed. Learning the pattern of these deer this year is gonna be totally different from last year since we did that cut. So deer haven't been showing up here till about 5 o'clock, so. But there's been a lot of does. So let's
hope we can slip by their eyes, especially with not having any curtains. Gonna leave some of these windows open and pray for a miracle.
With early deer movement beginning to unfold, Brandon keeps his eyes fixed ahead, hopeful for his first glimpse of the Area 53 legend. That same evening, 200 miles to the west in Missouri, team member Logan Swindle is heading into a strikingly similar setup, watching the early season pieces come together around a buck of his own.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It is October, I think the 10th, and I'm finally getting out here to be on my first sit of the year. It's a few minutes after 6, and for the first time I don't have deer within 25 yards. And they're actually still just 45 or 50 yards away, but tonight I'm on the cattle farm after a buck I call Red. Probably got an hour left of light, so we'll see. He could easily pop in here. That was a buck that was actually going to be my main target this year. A buck I call Warren, and for whatever reason this year he just grew like a sword on his right side. He looks to be healthy. That's the first time I laid eyes on him this year, obviously, and I didn't know if he had some sort of injury, but he looks good. The only thing I can think of is maybe he had some sort of shed injury. I'm gonna give him the pass, and hopefully next year he feels back out.
For Logan, the hunt was a success. For Brandon, it was just another night in the woods enjoying God's creation, inching closer to the next adventure. The following day, the weekend finally arrives, and with it comes a full day off for the father-son duo in Kansas. Using the morning to make some headway on the personal to-do lists, Justin and Nolan knock out mock scrapes on the property that not only saw them tag both of their bucks the previous season, but also started the story for the lost hind buck, adding another layer of anticipation for what the coming weeks might bring. For some, though, the focus isn't on what lies ahead. Back east in Illinois, youth season is officially open for business, and for Kane Gillette, this stretch of the calendar has become arguably his favorite time of the entire season. After years of tagging along and watching memories unfold alongside his big sister Emma, it's finally Grayson's turn to join Dad in the woods, where the opportunity to fill a tag is only a small part of what this hunt is really about.
You ready, boy?
Yeah.
Huh? What are we gonna do tonight?
I'm gonna shoot a buck.
First deer?
Mm-hmm.
First deer?
Yep.
Let's do it, dude. Let's go get the truck.
Alright, well this is pretty cool. It's 2:30 today, October 11th. It's first day of the Illinois youth season. And my man G here, going out for his, not his first hunt, but this is just feels like his first real hunt here. He's been really practicing this year, and we've just put a lot more time into it. So it was pretty nostalgic there. We got in the truck and he said, hey Dad, we gotta play hunting and fishing. And there's a lot of videos of little Grayson sitting in the back seat here, just, you know, screaming that song on his way to hunts to sit with me. Fast forward and here we are, he's sitting in the front seat with me, and it's his turn, he's up to bat. So that's a pretty cool moment as a dad, and something that you know, just fires me up even more for tonight. So anyway, we're gonna go set the alfalfa tonight, and hopefully have some luck. There's been lots of does out there and some nice bucks. So looking forward to the night sit, and we will catch up with you guys in the blind. Should be a good one.
We're all set up now in the blind. Tried to not sweat a whole lot more. It's a little warmer today than it was earlier in the week when I was in here with Emma. You know, not to say that the deer won't move. I still expect them to move. And the key to a spot like this, with them moving, is going to be just we're tucked very close to bedding. Green food source, real tight to bedding. That's something we can capitalize on this time of year, even when it gets to get a little warmer. So temps are in the low 70s right now. It'll probably be, when we get out of here, it's going to drop. I mean, we're getting down to the 50s. So G's up to bat, like we've been talking. He's excited. We're going to try and hold out. Are we holding off for a buck?
Yeah.
We might hold off for a buck, so we'll see what happens. But, you know, outside of the heat, the pressure's high, so I like that about today. And hopefully it gets up on their feet and we can get it done. One of G's grandpa's in the blind with us, so that makes it even more special for him. Let's try and get his first deer here, so looking forward to tonight's set, and hope we'll have an exciting one to bring you guys that we remember forever.
Trying to nurse. Can we shoot him?
No, buddy.
Not that one. Oh, I could take this shot. Very shh.
Comfortable out there.
That ain't a big one.
That's what we want, G, right there.
We're gonna shoot him. It's a nice one.
Look at him, see how he's running up.
Get out.
He's trying to make a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm about to shoot this boy. He ain't getting it.
There'll be another one, G.
I know. I want to shoot this one right now. It's a little small.
There's a bigger one over here.
I know sucker comes out. I'm shooting that heck
Be patient, G. Be patient, G. He's gonna go in the grass and come out.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna come out in that same trail where he is. Look at this, G. They're sizing each other up.
I've never seen this before.
Look at this, G.
Oh, here
we go. Look at that side in the light. It's go time. How cool is that, Grayson?
How sick.
Look, it ain't over yet, G.
Hey, there's a goat walking in.
Do you hear him snorting? Yeah, he's snort wheezing. Yep. Look at that, G. He's telling him I'm the boss.
And the big buck's gonna come out when they come both out.
Just wait a second. Just wait a second. Oh, that's a good buck. Let me get on him. Alright, G, get on him. Find him, G. Breathe.
You're gonna follow his front leg right up. Tell me when you got him.
I don't, is it that? Okay.
See him?
Dad, am I in the right stance?
Yeah, you're good. Take a breath.
He keeps moving.
I know, Jill. She'll be okay.
They're all three right there.
He's right there. Take a breath, G.
Can I shoot?
Not yet.
I have him dead center.
Just wait. He'll give you a better shot. Stay on the gun. Stay on it.
My bad.
Breathe. We're gonna follow up his leg, okay, buddy? Let the other one great. Let the other one clear. Let this other buck take a step. Just let him clear, G. Take your time. Breathe.
Go.
Breathe. G, you got a clear shot. Breathe.
You
okay? Easy squeeze when you're ready. Breathe. Shh, take a breath. You got him. Shh, hold on, buddy. He's down. There he is. There we go. He's down, G. He's down, G. I'm so proud of you. Gee, that's a big buck, dude. Come here. I'm so proud of you. You got a hug.
Love you.
Your first deer, dude. That's a nice buck.
Mom, I just shot a buck. No way.
Mom, it's a big buck, Mom. It's a real big buck.
I'm shaking.
All right, the hunting squad. That's what Blake just called it.
Yep.
Whole fam is here now.
This guy right here.
Whole fam. We got grandparents. We're in the alfalfa.
Yes! On our next
Geez, which way to go?
I wonder if there's gonna be a trail of where he's at.
Gee, it's over here more.
Hey, look at right there.
Over here more, guys.
Oh, there he is.
Huh?
Oh, there he is.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice big buck.
Nice big buck. Good one.
Oh my God. Where did he shoot him? Oh, wow.
This one's huge.
Ew, Tuggy.
Grayson, this one's huge, bro.
Nice big buck.
Proud of you, buddy.
Hi, buddy. Oh my
Still got
God.
eyes.
What do you think? Pressure's on now.
He's huge.
Pressure's on. Hold this tight right here, buddy. There you go.
That was a nice
tag.
Big back. You're a good thing. Thank you.
So much more than a picture, moments like these will live on forever, serving as a pipeline back to where it all began, and a reminder Grayson can return to for years to come when reflecting on his first buck, his first deer, and that unforgettable evening with Dad. The beautiful thing about sharing the woods with a son or daughter, or heck, even an adult who's new to it, is the opportunity to give back in ways you never realized could mean so much. But every now and then, the bow switches hands. The one who spent years receiving the mentorship, life lessons, and guidance suddenly gets the chance to return the favor and watch the master go to work. For Nolan and Justin Redeker, that exact opportunity is quickly taking shape.
October 12th. It is about 87 degrees out. Wind's blowing 25 miles an hour. And we're gonna go after a deer. Well, we think it's him that I've been having dreams about since I first got him on camera last year. And a friend of ours had a
saw the deer, and we hadn't seen it yet or anything. And then after I shot my deer, it finally started showing up on camera. And I spent a lot of time looking for his antlers, and I finally found one of them. During the season, he had broke off a tine that was kind of an abnormal tine. That was a brow tine that stuck up pretty high and was pretty massive. I'd say like, you know, the width of your forearm, and it kind of forked at the end. And lucky enough to find it, but Nolan proceeded to lose that antler somehow. So this buck is now called the Lost Tine Buck. So he's literally been lost all summer, and I searched for his other shed, and I finally found one of his sheds. And this summer I spent a lot of time looking for that buck, and never could find him. I set up cameras for him, looked for him, went on multiple rides, watched bean fields, just no luck finding this deer. And last Sunday, my wife and I went for a drive, and we drove by the same spot we've been looking all summer, and there he was, bedded off the road like 50 yards. And I'm like, what are the odds of that he was under my nose all summer, just sitting right there, and I drove by him just that many times and never saw him. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And today I went by there again, and he's bedded in the exact same spot. So with a little phone call to a great friend of mine and cousin, and said that, hey, you can go after the deer. So the cattle go in the pasture tomorrow, so I don't feel like we're gonna booger him either way, because either we're gonna get up close and hopefully get a shot at him, or, you know, we might not. So we're hoping that there's a chance. We're gonna drive by here in a minute and see if he's still there, and the wind's perfect. We can get right up behind him, and the last time I saw him, he was actually facing south, and our wind is literally gusting like 27 to 30 miles an hour out of the south right now. So I think we might have a pretty decent shot. We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, that buck is not bedded, or at least we couldn't see him where he was at when I went by earlier. We do have a doe weekend going on right now, so that's why we're going to be in Blaze Orange, but our plan is to go in there where I've seen him bedded twice, because he can't be far from there. I don't know why he would have moved in the middle of the day unless he was just got exposed too much in the sun and found some shade somewhere. But our plan is to go in there and get as close to that spot as possible, hopefully spot him on the way in, and set up and just wait him out, and hopefully he gets up and moves again, or we see him going to feed. So that's the plan, and we're going to give it a shot.
Yard by yard, the Redekers inch closer to the drop pin marking where they last saw the buck, with a perfect wind helping keep the spot and stalk alive. It's a tactic that has burned Justin more times than he can count over the years, but in the end, it only takes one. At nearly the same moment, 500 miles to the east, another member of the Midwest Whitetail team, someone all too familiar with the heart-pounding, adrenaline-filled chaos of a stalk, is heading into the woods. Carrying that same kind of anticipation Justin is no doubt feeling in Kansas, Brandon Quant finally has the confirmation he's been waiting on all season long. Big Brow is alive.
All right, well, I have some exciting news. Woke up to a thumbnail of a video from a trail camera this morning, and I can confidently say that Big Brow is back. Looking back on previous trail cam pictures from years past, last year, the first time I had him down in at the creek where the plot is was October 3rd, and we're sitting at October 11th now, so I was getting worried. I didn't know if he had survived the winter, but he's made it. You can definitely tell it's him. His left side's about the same. The right side looks a little bit weaker. He's still got the big brow, it looks like, on his right side, but if you guys remember, he broke that whole right side off completely at the base. So I don't know, that might have caused him to be a little bit weaker on that side. I don't know, but he's back. I'm excited. We've basically done all that work in the creek for this deer. So to be able to hunt him now is exciting, and we actually are going in today. Got a southeast wind. I got a spot picked out on the north side of the plot where we're gonna hunt this evening and see what happens.
As Brandon dials in for his hang and hunt, back to the northwest, Zach Rosmus is putting the same plan into motion, making another setup on the homestead.
We are set up, first hanging hunt of the season. As you can tell, it's pretty windy today. And that was the main reason why I wanted to get in here tonight and get the stand hung, take advantage of this. We've been playing it pretty safe out on the edges, but see if we can cut the gap between some of these deer and us. Maybe get something in bow range tonight.
Is he facing south or north? Okay, so we're almost where we need to be. We know we got in here clean so far because we just came up on a thicket and there's a smaller buck bedded in there. I don't know how I spotted him. He was rubbing or something on a tree while he was laying down. And then he got up and he's been feeding a little bit. But I think we can get around him, and that's kind of what we're going to try to do. We're just going to have to creep up through here real slow and probably crawl, so we're close to where he was bedded the last time we saw him. Anything in the way? Stand. I have to stand. Go down? I don't know. can't see him. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot believe that freaking just happened. I cannot believe that happened. I think it went right through him. What do you mean, what happened? Well, thank God we saw that little buck and we dropped. And I crawled maybe, 10 yards? And I was on my knees, hands and knees, and no one goes, there's one other buck right there. And then we finally realized it was him. And all I needed him to do was get up and walk 3 steps east. I don't know how long we were here, but it seemed like forever. My legs are shaking. I don't think I'm an old man and I cannot hardly kneel any longer, but I'm afraid to get up. The lost time buck's just been found. I'm hoping I smoked him. Showing the pole on the road. That's the road. We're literally a stone's throw from that post. And that's the road. That's the other side of the road. I don't know. I think I'm gonna crawl up there. Oh, he's right there. I cannot believe it. Oh my God, I wanna grab my bow, just in case. No way did I think that would ever happen in my lifetime. You know how many times I tried to do that? Why are you whispering? I don't know. You know how many times I tried to do that in my lifetime and it never worked? Oh, he's literally laying right there.
You went like 10 yards.
Yes. He ain't very big body, but man, he's a brute. Look at that thing. I hammered him. Holy crap. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Are you guys ready for this? I cannot believe this. I don't know why I'm whispering.
Oh my word.
What a freaking sweet deer. The lost time buck is not lost anymore. Holy Toledo. He is a freaking giant. I cannot
No, he was that big.
believe that happened.
All I saw the whole time was this. That's all I saw.
Well, the first night Lynn and I saw him from the road, we could really only see this side. I had no idea he still had this stuff on the inside like that.
Look at the mass.
It's just insane. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Holy smokes. No one's ever gonna believe it. Well, this is a once in a lifetime scenario. I mean, I can't ever predict that this would ever happen again in my lifetime, but I've always dreamt about it. And actually this buck I had no idea he was this big. We have one shed from him last year that I found really, really late. I was kind of looking specifically for him and the deer kind of disappeared. And like I said before, we named him the Lost Time Buck because this part right here, as you can see, you think it was on this side? It was literally just a club that just kind of came up in the middle and it split into 3. And he broke it off. And then we found it shed hunting and no one put it in his fanny pack and somehow he lost it. We even went back and looked for it, so I just called him the Lost Time Buck, and we'd seen him a week ago from the road right at dark.
Like what, 20 yards from where we're at right now?
Yeah, 20 yards from where we're at right now, and he was probably maybe 30 yards from where I saw him from the road this afternoon when I first saw him when I went by here. And when we went back by, it wasn't there, and I'm like, there's really not much of a chance. And we got in here. We went in here. I mean, the stalk took, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe, but it was like all of a sudden he was just right there. We had no idea he was there, and I can, for the life of me, have no idea how he did not know we were there. But
you know, spotting stalk like that, just, it's crazy, it's hectic. Never could have, you know, drew it up the way it happened.
No.
Sure enough.
Both times I saw him from the road, literally about all I could see was like this part right here. And I just knew he was a nice deer. And there was one time where he kind of turned sideways a little bit, and I could see that he wasn't very wide, but I could tell that he was tall. And I had no idea that he had all of this stuff. It's incredible.
Yeah. And just from last year, you know, watching Dad go after his shed, Dad would text me about every day. He's like, oh, I didn't find it today. And he'd look over and over and over, and eventually he found it. So awesome.
The last 2 years in October, and that has never ever happened to me. And I've been doing this since I was 16 years old, and that's 2 years in a row in October. Never ever happened before. It's amazing.
You just need me to go with you. I must be the good luck.
Yes, no doubt. I'm not going without you ever again.
Awesome hunt, and just one I know neither of us will ever forget.
No, have Nolan right there filming it, and it's amazing. Hopefully it came out good, and hopefully it's enjoyable for you guys to watch as enjoyable it was for me to even think about this deer. I still cannot believe that he is what he is. He's just amazing.
Pretty awesome. We're super excited to bring this to you guys, and hopefully we can dive into the buck 40 and get my first buck down there, and just really looking forward to this rut and hunting with more with Dad. So thank you guys for watching.
At the same time, the Kansas Giant is loaded and headed for home, back in Illinois. Brandon Quant is fully set up, hoping Big Brow is somewhere close.
Man, it's hot. To say I designed this plot for one specific deer that I hope would show up would be crazy, but that's what I did. And looking back on trail cam pictures from years past, this has always been a spot where he's traveled through. And finally, like I said, last night, got pictures of Big Brow, so excited to finally be down here hunting after Big Brow. I've been getting lots of bucks down here. We got that 9-pointer. It was like on the verge of being a shooter or not. Last year I had a few encounters with that deer. That's another deer I'd like to really see in person, but hopefully all that hard work that we went through to water it and get it in here and work this ground up will pay off, and we'll get redemption at Big Brow tonight. We are down to our last hour legal shooting light. We did have a little bit of excitement there for a little while. We had the doe that came in probably within 50, 60 yards. And we didn't get any footage of it, but it just happened really quick. Blake and I saw her at the exact same time. I'm just hoping we can make a step forward tonight. I mean, it was something accomplished to get this tree stand up in this tree, but I would love to get some deer in bow range tonight. Have a little excitement, get the blood pumping a little bit.
I can confidently say that Big Brow is back. Basically done all that work in the creek for this deer. So to be able to hunt him now is exciting.
We'll watch the weather, watch these cutties, and then hopefully we'll, start ramping up these hunts a little bit because they've been pretty slow. Regardless, we're learning something every single time we're down here.
All right, well, this is pretty cool. My man G here, it just feels like his first real hunt here. He's been really practicing this year.
Stop, G. I'm so proud of you. You got a hug.
This is a once in a lifetime scenario, and I had no idea that he had all of this. The last 2 years in October, and that has never ever happened to me, and I've been doing this since I was 16 years old.
You just need me to go with you. I must be the good luck.
Yes, no doubt. I'm not going without you ever again.
Time spent alone in the woods can be healing for the soul, offering a peace that few other places or experiences can deliver. But when those moments are shared with friends and family, when the hunt becomes something bigger than the final walk-up itself, that is the true ethos of the outdoors. Like a river shaping the ground it passes through, every milestone, big or small, leaves its mark over time. And more often than not, the people alongside us leave theirs as well. And somehow, it's still only early October. After the whirlwind of events that just unfolded, it's hard to believe the season is only getting started. Even with the best time of year still ahead of us, it might be impossible to match the emotions Grayson Gillette and Justin Redeker experienced, each at very different stages of their own journey. Both, in their own way, sharing in the same gift that only the outdoors can offer. With another October cold front developing in the extended forecast, whitetail hunters once again look ahead, waiting for the next surge of action. And while only one thing can top the chills that October brings, fortunately, its arrival is still a ways off, giving us a little more time to stay on the ride we affectionately call Chasing November.